Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Weird, the Al Yankovic story. So, Weird Al Yankovic was popular in the 80s, maybe even the 90s. I mean, the man was a genius, so I'm excited. It's his biography, and it's played by Daniel Radcliffe. It's supposed to be like kind of not a spoof, but it's not exactly his life, but it's more of a funny review of his entire life. So his mediocre rise to fame with early like Eat It, Like a Surgeon. But yeah, I mean the guy did, he did parodies of songs, and I think this is a parody of his, that was the word I was thinking, a parody of his life. So I don't know. Mildly excited. Let's see what it's all about. See if it's any good. Weird Al Yankovic is a stud, man. I mean, he just did it. So, congrats to him, and now they're making movies about him. So, let's see. Let's get into it, find out what it's about, give you a better idea, let you know what I think. Stick around, I'll be back, all that jazz. Hey everybody, I want to do a real quick check-in here. We're watching Weird, the Al Yankovic story. We're at the 21 minute 9 second mark. I know, I don't normally check in this early. And I found myself like typing on my phone. I wanted to take notes, and I'm like, why do I take notes? This is why I do this. This is why I check in every now and again to update you, because this is funny stuff right now. I mean, I said it's a parody of a guy who writes parody songs. It is fun. I mean, at first, up until just this moment, it wasn't laugh out loud funny, but it was whimsical, if you will. For example, I'm just going to give it to you right straight up, was like he's playing the part of being a kid, and he's kind of weird and stuff like that, and the mother says to him, you know what I mean, like, it's just so ridiculous. The mother's like, the father and I, we had a talk, and we've decided for your own good that just stop being who you are. And stop liking the things that you like. And that struck me. I mean, when you see it played out on film, it's better than that. So it's like that kind of humor throughout the entire thing. So it's just funny. Like, and now I stopped it right now, and I'm not giving away the whole movie here because there's other little. There's going to be so many, but I had to stop it right here. I think he's in college now, right? Yeah, he's in college with his like college roommates, and he's an accordion player. But yet, like, he's popular with his friends, and they're all nice to him. He's not, like, being bullied or anything like that, like you would expect. And it's, he comes up with my baloney instead of my Sharona, right? But it's just like, so, like, what? But his friends are like, what? I got chills. Like, I know I'm not doing it justice right now, but that was a laugh out loud moment for me. It's just so, I don't know, I don't want to say cute, but yeah, I like the way that they did it. You know what I mean? Like, they obviously this is not a verbatim story of his life, and it's just done in such a fun way. So, I don't know. I mean, 21 minutes in, I already laughed out loud and thought it was funny enough to stop to tell you guys. So, hopefully it continues. We'll see. But stick around. I could be back. Maybe not. Who knows? But, yeah, I'll be back. All right. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Weird, the Al Yankovic story. It's not, I have to say, to be honest with you, the beginning of this entire movie, probably the first, almost the hour, I guess, was phenomenal. I really enjoyed the way that they were telling the story. It was funny, it was just like ridiculous, just the way that they did it, but they did it in such a neat fashion. I thought. But at about I want to say the 45 minute mark, it got a little ridiculous. But I'm watching the credits here, which are a little, different. And, I don't know, it kind of threw me off from where it was going. And I get it. It's supposed to be weird. And it's supposed to get crazy. But, like, for about 45 minutes until the last 20 minutes of the movie, it just, I don't know, kind of was different for me. It seems like, now I think what has happened here, I'm sorry, I digress because I'm watching the actual credits here, and the credits are showing a lot of different things. So there might be more to Weird Al's history that was played out in this movie that I just didn't get, to be honest with you. I'm pausing it now. It seems like there's more. You know, Madonna's on the screen again. And I get it. I don't know the entire life biography of Weird Al Yankovic. But it just got a little strange for me when he was reborn, and then up until like he's back with his parents after he goes back to the factory. That whole, you know, everything that went on with the cartel and stuff like that, just, you know, just seemed different than everything else the way it was going in the movie. And again, that could be my bad for not knowing all that. As I see these post-credit scenes and they show some of the stuff that was like going on. So maybe I missed something in his life and times and I didn't appreciate it enough. But if you excuse that piece, which again could be on me and not on the movie makers, the rest of it was great. I mean, like I said, I stopped this movie at 20 minutes and I thought it was hilarious. And then you circle back to Pat, like when I said when he came back to the factory and that continued forward, it was back to the way I thought it. You know what I mean? Just the ridiculousness of how things happened. Like, I know they didn't really happen, but the way that they portray them on the film just I continued to make me laugh. So I think when it got really, really far-fetched, that's when you know, down a little bit. I thought Danny Radcliffe, he did a great job. I think everybody did a good job. Evan Rachel Wood plays Madonna. There's a couple of other, you know, Jack Black is in it. There's, you know, some other cameos here and there, which is kind of cool. So, worth the watch, absolutely. But I was on a high, came down, went back up again kind of thing. So, I don't know. At least you got my honest review. But I'm going to get back to it here, see, and what this final scene is about. I definitely check it out if you're a fan of Weird Al, if you've seen him before, if you know what he's all about. I mean, obviously, if you're a huge fan, you've probably already seen it and you know everything that I'm talking about. But if you haven't seen it yet and you appreciate what, you know, he did in the music industry or not, you might laugh at this. So, all right, that's it. Hopefully I was helpful. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub. I'm going to watch the credits now.
Thank you.